Hello, in this video I am going to show you an expansion panel list and expansion panels inside of it. So an expansion panel list is basically a list of expansion panels, and an expansion panel is something that provides some information. You can click it and it expands and it provides more information. So it's a great way of, let's say you have a list of items, but maybe it's contact, for example. You have the name, maybe the phone number, and then if you click the expansion button, it could expand it a bit. It could provide you with a few other items, such as a button for calling, button for editing, a bit of extra information without actually opening up a dialog, without going to another screen, without opening anything else up. It's just expanding it. So it's just another way of displaying information. So this is one of the more complex widgets, because you need to have a new class, or an extra class I should say, and I'm just going to call this my item, and in here we're going to have a constructor, and we're going to have it set some values by default. But before we do that, I need to create some variables. We need bool is expanded, so this will just track whether it's expanded or not. We need a final string for the header. You can have more complex items than this, but I'm going to keep it simple. And if you understand what we do in this video, you should be all good to go. And in here, I'm going to say this dot is expanded colon false. So by default, it's false unless we specifically set it. We're going to say that this dot header, this is going to be passed through, so this is being expected. And that's it for this. Now, in our underscore my homepage state, what we are going to do is create a list of those items, and we're going to call this underscore items. It's going to be equal to my item, and now we can just construct this. So this is pretty simple, to be fair. And a semicolon to get rid of the error. And now we can say my item, open close brackets, and I'm going to say header like so. And now we're going to say body, and for the body I'm going to say body, and I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to have 3 instances of it. You can again make this class more complex, but I'm just keeping it simple. I'm going to say header 2 and 3, body 2 and 3. Now we can construct our application to essentially display it. So we don't want a scaffold. What we want is, so if we get rid of this, we want to return a list view. Okay, yeah, a list view. Just checking that I've deleted I wanted to, and this will be a semicolon. Here you can add a few different properties, but we're just going to be dealing with the children basically. You could put the list view inside of something else, but I'm just going to keep it simple and just replace the scaffold with it. And this list view has children inside of it, and this is basically where we're going to be putting our expansion list. So we're going to say expansion list, and the expansion list is going to have an expansion callback, and this will have a couple of variables passed in when it's basically called from the backend. It's going to have an index, going to have a boolean for is expanded, so basically if it's expanded or not. And we're going to be using all of that in here. We're going to do set state, and I'm going to say underscore items. So we're going to get that particular index. I'm going to set is expanded to not true or false, but to what it is currently, but the opposite of it. So we're going to notice, so if it's already open and we click it, it's going to go to the opposite of it, so it's false, and vice versa. So items index is going to get is expanded again. But because we've done the not operator, it will be the inverse. Now what we want to do is essentially add the children. So children underscore item dot map, and what we're going to do is my item curly braces, and we need to do dot to list. And inside of here, I'm going to return a new. Now we can just return a regular expansion panel. expand. New isn't required on the latest version of Flutter and Dart. Return expansion panel, open brackets, and we need a semicolon. Inside of here, we're going to say header builder. This is where we're going to be constructing the header. We're going to keep this simple. Now, builder context, bool is expanded. Again, this is whether it's expanded or not. And in here, we're going to return text. We're going to just say item dot header. So this will basically go over, essentially loop over all the items in here, so we don't have to manually add them one by one. We just put them here, and again, it can be more complex than this. You could have more variables, you could have more stuff essentially, but it should be all good to go once you got everything from this video. So what we need, we've got the header builder. Yeah. Now what we need to do is expanded. It basically set to the is expanded of the item. And finally, we need to add a body. So the body, it's going to be a container. And inside of here, we're going to have a child. Again, as it's a body, you can add a child and you can have any sort of child you want. You can customize it. And I'm missing a bracket. There we go. And obviously, you can do alignment, color, height, all of that stuff. And it's totally up to you. But I'm going to keep it simple. Instead of a text item, you could be more complex than this. And I'm going to say item dot body. So if I hot reload that, let's see what we get. So it's hot reloaded. It's added the free item. So if I open it, it's got body, body 2, and again, you can customize the look and feel of it, the color. I recommend that you do that. You can combine it with rows, columns, all of that good stuff. You could put this inside of something else, totally up to you. If you have any questions, feel free to pop me a message, and as usual, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.